And welcome back. Doug in Reno Valley, California. Am I saying that right, Doug?
Hi, my compliments.
Thank you.
My
Back at you.
I want your opinion on if Democrats get Congress back, what's the first thing they should do?
By Congress, do you mean the House of Representatives or both the House and the Senate?
Well, I don't think we're going to get the Senate, but
yeah. Anything's possible, but the Koch brothers are pouring, millions and millions of dollars into this election, so it's going to be a big challenge. But if they get the House of Representatives, I think the first thing that they should do is basically a variation on what the Republicans did when they took control of Congress in the Newt Gingrich Revolution in I forget which year it was, whether it was 94 or 96, but while Bill Clinton was president, and initiate massive congressional investigations into every aspect of what the Trump administration has been doing. They should initiate investigations into, obviously, the Trump-Russia stuff. They should initiate public investigations into the destruction of the Environmental Protection Agency. They should initiate investigations into who benefited from Ryan Zinke selling off public lands. They should initiate investigations into Mick Mulvaney and his taking apart the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. They should initiate investigations into Betsy DeVos and her ownership of some of these companies that are holding these immigrant children for $700 a night, and her support for ending public education functionally as we know it. They should initiate investigations into Wilbur Ross's involvement with Russian banks and other banks, the Bank of Cyprus and all this stuff. I mean, there is so much dirt in this administration that needs to be, the rug needs to be lifted and it needs to be swept out. And this can only be done with the power of a subpoena, and only the party in power has the power of subpoena in either the House or the Senate. So what they should do is they should use that subpoena power as aggressively as they can, and constantly, without stop, every single day, they should be looking into these things, and they should be doing it in a very public way. Does that make sense, Doug?
Yeah, I didn't expect that much detail. I thought you were going to say, well, Citizens United or term limits on the Supreme Court.
You're not going to get any of that stuff until you got 2/3 of the Senate.
Damn.
And you're not going to get impeachment until you've got 2/3 of the Senate, unless the bills that are put forward. Now, the wild card here, Doug, and it's a really important one to remember. The wild card is if Mueller comes out with indictments that actually get into the Trump organization itself and that get into the Republican Party beyond the hangers-on, the Papadopouloses and the Gates and the Manaforts, who are basically exploiting their position and corrupting the Republican Party, but not necessarily with the enthusiastic consent of the Republican Party. But if they can demonstrate that there was actual high crimes and misdemeanors and treason committed by Donald Trump himself, by members of his family, and I'm thinking, like the meeting in Trump Tower to try, with the Russians to try and get information on Hillary Clinton, stuff like that. I'm guessing that there's a whole lot more than just that. And when this stuff starts to come down and get visible, I mean, this is what Strzok was talking about. Peter Strzok, the FBI agent, he was our number one spy catcher, right? And this is what he was talking about. He was like, there was serious stuff here. We need to be worried, and we still don't know what that stuff is. So when that stuff comes out, that may change the equation even more. But I think that using the power of the subpoena is going to be the most powerful thing they can do. And that, by the way, is what the Republicans did in the 90s, and it worked for them. Doug, thanks a lot for the call. We'll be back.